Hello everybody, and welcome to Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Synthesis Guide. In this guide, I'm going to cover all the items that you need to collect, and the rare Heartless, where to find them, how to beat them, in order to get all the crafting materials you need to craft these here weapons. These beautiful, beautiful weapons. Fantasia, 7 Elements, and the ultimate prize, Ultima Weapon. Now, if you want to make your life as easy as possible when farming for these items, you're going to want Encounter Plus, which you learn after crafting 16 items in the Synthesis Shop. And more importantly, you're going to want Lucky Strike, which Sora, Donald, and Goofy can all learn. Donald learns it at level 44, Goofy learns it at level 24, and Sora learns Lucky Strike depending on which weapon you chose at the beginning of the game as your main weapon. So if you chose the Dream Shield, Sora learns Lucky Strike at level 24. If you chose the Rod, he learns it at level 48. And if you chose the Dream Sword, like I did, he learns it at level 90. And if Sora is not high enough level to have Lucky Strike, my best suggestion is go to Olympus Coliseum, do the Hades Cup, and equip any EXP gear you have. And trust me, you will level up in no time. Alright, let's begin, shall we? So first we'll be going over the basic Heartless and the materials they drop. First you're going to need Lucid Shards, which drop off of Shadows and Giga Shadows. You're going to need 19 Lucid Shards total. You need 10 Spirit Shards, which drop off of Soldiers and Large Bodies. 12 Blaze Shards, which drop off of Red Nocturnes. 10 Frost Shards, which drop off of Blue Rhapsodies. 12 Thunder Shards, which drop off of Yellow Operas. 11 Bright Shards, which drop off of Green Requiem. 13 Power Shards, which drop off of Powerwilds and Bouncywild. Plenty of them in Deep Jungle. 7 Spirit Gems, which drop off of Air Soldiers. 8 Blaze Gems, which drop off of Bandits and Fat Bandits. 7 Mythril Shards, which drop off of Pot Spiders. 8 Bright Gems, which drop off of Search Ghosts. 8 Frost Gems, which drop off of Sea Neons and Sheltering Zones, which is basically the bigger jellyfish. Whole bunch of them in Atlantica. 13 Thunder Gems, which drop off of Screwdrivers and Aqua Tanks. And Aqua Tanks usually have screwdrivers attached to them. 11 Lucid Gems, which drop off of White Knights and Gargoyles. 11 Power Gems, which drop off of pretty much any pirate. So these pirates, air pirates, and the battleships. So just go to Neverland and have a ball. Any crystal crafting items have a low drop chance. And Darkballs here drop Lucid Crystals, which you're going to need 9 of. I find that hill place in Halloween Town to be the best spot to farm them. 4 Bright Crystals, which drop off Defenders. I usually farm from them in Traverse Town, in the spot that's outside of the door that you cast fire on to get to Merlin's place. 3 Power Crystals, which drop off of Wyverns. And 3 Shiny Crystals, which drop off of Wizards. I just hunt for them all over in Traverse Town. 4 Gales, which drop off of Invisibles and Angel Stars. You'll need 10 Mystery Goo, which drop off of, I think, all mushrooms, but I most commonly get them from the white mushrooms. And there are plenty of spots to get them from. And in order for them to drop, you gotta cast certain spells on them 3 times, and which spell you cast on depends on what they're doing. If they're shivering like they're cold, you cast fire. If they're waving themselves like they're hot, you cast blizzard. If there's a light above their head, you cast thunder. If they fall to the floor, you cast cure on them. If they're spinning around, you cast Aroga. If they're flying in the air, you cast gravity. And if they're frozen in place, you cast stop. You'll also need Orichalcum, which can be found throughout your journey in chests and stuff, or you can buy it from the item shop in Traverse Town for 5,000 money. Mythril can also be found throughout your journey, but if you don't have enough, you can craft it in the synthesis shop. And Dark Matter, which you could find throughout your journey Same as the Mythril, but if you don't have enough, you can craft it here. And now it's time for us to move on to the items that drop off the rare Heartless. First on our list is Power Stones, which we're going to need 5 of, and they drop off of Sniper Wilds, which can be found here. But if you see Wyverns spawning, that means the rare Heartless did not spawn, so get out and go back in. And there we go. So how this Heartless works is you want to sneak up on them and not get in their line of sight. I like to cast Stop on them and then wail on them. And then after that, more are going to appear. And you just wail on them before they spot you. Usually that third one over there has the best chance of dropping it. And the reason why you don't want to get spotted by them is because if they see you, this happens. And what you gotta do is you gotta bail, because they will not stop shooting you. Next on our list, we're gonna need 5 Fury Stones, which drop off of Giga Shadows, which can be found here in Wonderland. And you'll know that they'll spawn if you see shadows here, but those are not shadows. So we just go out and go back in. And here they are. So what's going to happen is there's going to be 3 waves of shadows, and you just got to kill them. This is a really good place to farm Lucid shards, by the way. After you beat the 3rd wave of them, Giga Shadows are going to appear. And what you want to do is you want to kill them all without getting hit. Because if they hit Sora once, they disappear, and then it's less likely that they will drop Fury Stones. And the best way to not get hit is to do it one of 2 ways. Either cast a Roga on yourself, so that it will deflect their attacks, or you can use Strike Raid, which makes you invincible while you are throwing it at them. And if you're lucky enough, they'll drop Fury Stones, which they usually do. This is probably one of the easier items to get, in my opinion. Yep, there we go. And the next item on our list is what I would think to be the most annoying, if not one of the most annoying ones to get, which is Serenity Power. You need 7 Serenity Powers, and it drops off of Pink Agaricus, which can be found in Tarzan's Treehouse, or it can be found in Atlantica. I find the one in Tarzan's Treehouse to be easier, and also you want to make sure that you have Ragnarok equipped, which I will explain why later. So if you see 3 wyverns spawn, that means the white mushrooms are not going to appear. If they don't spawn, then that means the white mushrooms are going to appear, which we see right here. And what you want to do is, you want to cast Stop on these guys. There's 3 of them, and they can be spawned in several different locations. That was one of them. Oftentimes, one of them can be found on the boat, which, let's see if he's there. Yep, he's there. We'll save him for last. And there's the last one. Make sure you don't smack them. Just cast Stop on them and don't touch them, otherwise you risk them disappearing. And after you cast Stop on the final one, the Pink Agaricus will spawn inside the treehouse over there. So what you want to do is you want to float down here, and you want to summon Bambi. The reason why is because you don't want Donald and Goofy to appear immediately as you're smacking that Heartless around. Reason being is because how this Heartless works is you have to cast Stop on it, and the more hits you land on it, the more likely the higher your score, and the more likely it will drop Serenity Power. And Bambi specifically I chose because he gives you MP balls. So, when you have enough, hop on over to the Heartless. Make sure you cast a Roga on yourself for those extra hits. Lock onto its head, not its body. Dismiss Bambi and then cast Stop! Smack it around with a normal combo and then use Ragnarok to land out some of those delicious hits. The reason why you want Donald and Goopy to be the least involved as possible is because if they hit it, the counter will go down. And if you believe in RNGesus hard enough, he will drop a Serenity Power. Which he did. Awesome. The next thing on our list we need is Lightning Stones, which we're going to need 5 of, and they drop off the Black Belade found here in Deep Jungle in this spot. And how this works is it's basically a game. You see that one that hopped, you gotta find out which one it is, and then smack it. But there is a time limit, so you gotta do it quickly. And the more you get correct, the more likely it will drop the item that we need. And if you get it wrong, he's gonna zap you with a Thunderbolt, which hurts. Not that much, and it is possible to dodge it, but you know, it's nothing to be too concerned about. See, I got that answer wrong, so he just zapped me. Yeah, I usually like stand right in front of the TV screen. Some people, like, they use the pause menu, but I'm not really good at utilizing that. And he dropped one, sweet. I got 2 from that, nice. Up next are Mythril Stones. We need 8 of them, and they drop off of the Pot Scorpion, which can be found here in Agrabah. And you'll know it's here if you see all these pots here. And what you want to do is you want to move to see which one it is. Just run up to the pot. If the pot moves, that means it's an actual pot. If the pot doesn't move, like this one right here, that means it's the Heartless. And what you want to do is you want to break all of the other pots before you attack the Heartless. The reason why you want to hit the Heartless last is because once you hit him, all the other pots disappear. So you want to break all the other pots before you hit the Heartless. The reason why you want to do that is for 2 reasons. 1, it gives you a lot of tech points and money. And 2, if you break all the pots before you hit the Heartless, there's a chance that it will drop a Mithril Stone. So, after you've broken all the other pots, you just swing at him, and boom, there he is. And notice how I'm attacking him, and it's not doing jack? Well, you gotta wait for him to come at you and attack you, and to knock him on his head or whatever, you have to either time it perfectly with guard or do it the easy way and just have a Roga up, and then when he's fallen, just smack him around and avoid the poison. It usually takes me like 3 or 4 tries until I kill him. And there we go, Mythril Stone. Next on our list is Frost Stones, which drop off of the Grand Ghost, which can be found in Monstro. We need 7 Frost Stones, and this can either be quick and easy, or it can be really hard. The only way you can damage this Heartless is if you use healing items. And first, we're gonna ignore these guys and see if the Grand Ghost spawns. Yep, there he is. So what you want to do is just use elixirs on him. See? Frost Stones. And it only takes 2 elixirs to get him. You can use like high potions and stuff, but you have to use a lot of them to get his health all the way down, which can be annoying. So yeah, just save yourself the trouble and just use elixirs. And here we are in Halloween Town because we need 7 Blazing Stones, and it drops off of the Chimera, which spawns here. And you'll know it's gonna spawn if you only see White Knights and no Gargoyles. So I don't see any Gargoyles, which means the Chimera is going to spawn. And what you want to do is cast a Rogue on yourself and keep killing these White Knights until it appears. And you really want to make sure you have a Rogue on your quick selects, because it is essential if you want to make your life easier. And here's the Chimera. So what you want to do is you want to just wail on him while you have a Roga up, and occasionally he's going to have those colorful balls bouncing off of him. And if you have a Roga up, it will deflect the balls back. And the more balls you deflect back at it, the more chances that... the more likely that he's going to drop the item that we need. So, yep, see, bouncing around, all I gotta do is touch them with my shield, and they bounce right back. And I think one dropped. Yep, there it is, Blazing Stone. And we're going to need 6 Dazzling Stones, which drop off of jet balloons, which can be found here in Neverland. Let's see if he spawns. No, he hasn't. Let's go back in and out. And there he is. And what you want to do is you want to cast a rogue on yourself because he shoots these missiles at you, and if they hit you, you lose money, which is not good. And what you want to do is you want to cast Stop on him and land some hits on him. And it doesn't last long, so yeah, make it count. Also, when you kill him, make sure he's floating over the boat, because if he flows over the water, you're going to lose the items that he drops. There we go. So if you've been watching our Let's Play, then you'll know that this next Heartless has been giving us trouble. We're here in Hollow Bastion because we want 6 energy stones which drop off of stealth soldiers. And you'll know if the stealth soldier is going to spawn if you see 1 large body spawn. But since we saw 2 spawn, that means it's not going to spawn. So we're going to run out and run back in. Ah, 1 has spawned, which means there should be a stealth soldier. And there it is! So what you want to do is you want to lock onto him ASAP and then just wail on him. Be warned though, he does a lot of damage and he is tough to get. Well, not really tough, but like annoying. And after you get his health down to a certain amount, he will appear. Ah, come on. There we go. Alright, they usually appear in groups of 3, so we should be able to find 2 more around here. Now, you can also find stealth soldiers in the place where we fought Riku 2, but I usually farm them here in the entrance hall. And the 3rd one usually spawns up here on the top level of the entrance hall. And there we go. And the final materials that we need are 4 Stormy Stones, which drop off of Neo Shadows that can be found here in End of the World. And what you want to do is just keep wailing on them. They will, when they spin in the air like that, they cannot be hurt. And that's kind of annoying. They will also dive into the grounds like shadows and can't be attacked until they rise back up. Also, if you leave them alone for too long, they can heal up, which can make this fight a little tedious. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we are ready to craft all of our weapons. And if you believe in the power of RNGesus hard enough, he shall reward you with the materials you need to finally craft these weapons. So let's okay, Fantasia, 7 elements, and Ultima Weapon, finally. So let's take a look. And there's 7 elements. It's weaker than Goofy Save the King, but it gives you +1 mana. And here's Fantasia, which is physically weaker than Save the Queen, but gives +1 additional mana. And finally, the ultimate prize. Oh dear. Here it is. Best Keyblade in the game. Oh, look at it. Best reach, highest power, most mana. Thank you all very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see me use this baby in action, then check out our Let's Play, which I will have linked in the description. Take care, everyone.